So you guys want to talk about a real truck? This is the real thing. And look what we've got here today. A 1964 Dodge D200 from one of my clients that had it, he's bought it, and he's asked me to fix a couple things that don't work because he needs to pass inspection. It's very rare I get an old Dodge truck in my shop, especially in 1964. I'm sure trucks like this did their job on the farms, in the construction industry. This is it. This is a real truck that drives like a truck. It's not like a truck today. You buy a truck today and it rides like a Cadillac or a very smooth car. They have carpets. They're so smooth. They carry loads and they do all kinds of things. They have air conditioning and everything. But getting into this truck, and it rides like a real truck. It feels like there's no safety features in it. It's a rough ride. There's no comfort in it. But this is the way trucks were made in those days. So you guys want to talk about a real truck? This is the real thing. It's a Dodge D200. I believe D stands for Dodge. This one here came with a 6-cylinder. Somebody apparently rebuilt the engine. God, it's a heavy hood. And it's a very, very thick gauge of metal. I don't know if it's the correct year, but it doesn't matter. This was a workhorse engine that they used in many of the commercial vehicles. And take a look at this. This is the way they were in the mid-60s. You got all the room in the world. You got space here to put your toolbox. Got a lot of room around front, back, front, center, whatever you want. You want to do anything on this engine, you have all the space in the world. You know those days when people were working on these vehicles, they were easy stuff, very simple. 4 or 5 wires around the whole engine, the whole car, whatever you wish. Look at the master cylinder. A single reservoir that did the 4 brakes. So if one brake fails and has a brake fluid leak, the reservoir goes empty and you got no more brakes. But today's cars with the dual reservoir system, if one of the back wheels or one of the front leak off or it doesn't work anymore, or let's say it runs out of fluid, the other reservoir will still be full. You'll still have 2-wheel brake. So that is a great safety feature which they have nowadays. This is how they started with the vehicles, with a single reservoir. So as a safety feature, this is no good. In some cases, like today, some people will take an old vehicle, they'll upgrade it to a dual reservoir master cylinder. And those years, nothing was a safety feature. They don't have any padded dashes. They didn't have seat belts. This one doesn't have no seat belts. They don't have the 5-mile-per-hour bumper. All they had was a solid steel bumper, straight on impact, nothing else. Seat belts? No way. Was it an option? I'm not sure. But I know one thing, those years, all the trucks were manual transmissions, and most of them were on the steering column. But surprisingly, this one's automatic. It's a push button on the dash, which we're gonna go further in later. I'll show you later on when I get into the truck when we take it for a ride. This 6-cylinder reminds me of my father's car back in 1973. Our first car in the family was a 1973 Duster, and it was a 6-cylinder just like this one, and the exact same color. Boy, that's in 1973. It sure brings me some memories with my dad, let me tell you. And this 6-cylinder was in production for many years with Chrysler. Like I said, it's a workhorse. It's a great motor. Chrysler's built many of them. They've done many miles. For example, my Duster, the car, we had it for quite a few years, my father and I, and the motor was still running. The engine was running still. It was running great. The only thing that gave out was the body. The body started to rust. Of course, we have winters here in Montreal. There's lots of salt on the road, slush, but the body got rusted away, but the engine still ran like a champ. And people when people had muscle cars, a lot of them took care of them. But these trucks went through the fields, they went through farms, construction, they went through a lot of beating, no matter what season it was, no matter if it's off-road, on-road. But these were the workhorses of America. And this is a real working truck, let me tell you. Back in those days, Ford had them, Dodge had them, GM had a few trucks. And most of them, the panel in the back, were all made out of wood, like this one here. This is nicely restored, and it's a pretty big box, pretty strong. I'm sure it can carry a lot of weight. And check out the spare tire on the outside, which is pretty unique. And you know, the first pickup was designed, first commercial vehicle that came from the factory with the box, the cabin and all, was from Dodge. A lot of people thought it was Ford in 1925, but Ford came out in 1925 with the box, came from the company. But in 1924, Dodge was the first year with a wooden box that came from the factory, turnkey, and drive it home. So Dodge beat Ford by 1 year when it came to a pickup. And you know, most pickups in those days didn't have a latch. You know, the latch to open it up. Look what they had. They had a hook like this, another hook on this side. Then all you had to do was pull down the door, like so. And there you go. No latch on this one. So if you have a latch problem, no issues with this. All you have to do is put the two hooks back on, and you're ready to go. Then nowadays, you buy a pickup, they have electronic tailgates, they got latches, they even have a remote opening, remote closing, all the luxury you want, just like a car. But then again, like I said, these are the trucks that you had to work with them. These were working vehicles. These are vehicles that you needed muscles. There were no power brakes, there was no power steering. I'm surprised someone put carpet in this truck, because in those days they never had carpet on the floor. I guess that's a personal touch from their previous owner. But anyways, in these days, they never had carpet in their trucks. They were just regular rubber floor mat, one piece. This is something unique. I didn't expect a carpet in this. Let me get to this now. Here it is. If you look at the automatic transmission, there is no park position. There is reverse, drive, 1, 2, neutral. This is the way you put this in park is you put the shifter in neutral, or not shifter, I should say the push button, you throw it into neutral, then you activate the handbrake, and that is your park position. The same way it was with cars. With the lever sometimes on the cars, I believe those are levers that you put in park. But in this case, in this truck, you put it in neutral, you pull the handbrake, and that's your park position. This is the kind of car that, you know, no matter these old vehicles, when they break down, you could always put in neutral. It's so simple, and just push them out of the way. Now I'll just show you. You put neutral, and then you pull the handbrake. And that's the version of park. This is cable driven, I believe. It's got 4 or 5 cables that run down to the transmission. I'm not so sure. I've never worked on one of these. These are way before my times working on vehicles. And you can see that this truck is so simple. You got the flashers, the horn, headlight switch, and the wiper. And of course you have the controls for the heater. And this is pretty interesting. In 1964, we had the amp meter, fuel gauge, speedometer of 100 miles per hour, temperature gauge, and of course, the oil light. And then every vehicle had an ashtray. Check that out. Like all the cars in the 60s, they all have ashtrays. Even a lighter. Not very common today, but here you have it. You have an ashtray and a lighter. For example, if you had a luxury car, you would have an ashtray and a lighter in every door. Talk about smokers, eh? Look at that. I remember in 1973 when I bought my first car with my dad, the ashtray was there, but the lighter was an option of $6, or else there would have been a cap. So if you paid the extra $6 for a lighter, you would get the element and the socket. And there you have it. And that's the way they were done. And this is your fuel cell right behind the seat. If you have a fuel leak, you're gonna smell raw fuel in the cabin, that's for sure. But one good thing about it, it won't rust inside the truck, that's for sure. All right, let's shut this hood. It weighs quite a bit. There you go. That's a thick gauge of metal, let me tell you. Hey, check out these puny wipers. So small. Look at that. Not even a foot long. But that's genuine. That's the way they came. One very interesting thing. Back in the 60s, when Chrysler was building their passenger cars with muscle engines, with power, they needed to go to a bigger and stronger differential. So in 66, when they first came out with the Hemi Charger 4-speed car, they wanted to upgrade the differential. So the 8 3/4 was not strong enough. So they went to their Dodge truck division and they picked up a differential called the Dana 60, which is a 9 3/4 inch ring gear, which this truck came with. Come and see. So there we have it. I have a Dana 60, 9.75 on my Challenger, and there it is. This is where Plymouth and Dodge passenger cars got their differential from. They went to the Dodge truck division, pulled out the differential, just changed the axles, and threw on their passenger cars, and then they had a heavy-duty rear end right from the same manufacturer. Okay, so here we have it. We have a 64 D200 Dodge pickup. Let's take a little ride with it. Let's go. And listen to this. God, you can see, you can hear that metal to metal. God, it's a loud, heavy door. Okay, we got it running, got it started, let's say. So we take the handbrake off, put reverse, and there we go. Push button automatic. I believe this is the only option this vehicle has. Maybe the lighter and the transmission. What else it has besides that, I'm not so sure. But anyways, let's take a little ride with this thing. Like I said earlier, this vehicle has no safety features whatsoever. I've got no seat belts. I've got no padded dash. Anyways, doesn't matter. No collapsible steering, I'm very sure of that. Okay, so now we're in reverse. Now all we have to do is push the D for drive. And there you have it. So, let's go for a little ride. You know, I don't know how safe this is, but I got the fuel tank right behind the seat. So imagine that, eh? I'm riding with the fuel tank right behind me. Right inside the cabin. You got manual brakes. You got to put a big effort on the brake pedal. We have no power steering whatsoever. And here we go. Now this is what a truck is. Rough ride, no power steering, no power brakes. This is what a workhorse is. This is the way America was brought up. A truck was a truck. Today you buy a truck, it's like a car. It's got the comforts of a car. But these days, this is the way it was. And you know they got big tires on these trucks, not like the low profiles we have nowadays. So we'll make another turn over here, go up and down the street. This is the workhorse of America. When Chrysler, Ford, GM were making pickups, so the typical worker could have their vehicles to go to work on their farms, do their transportation, construction, or whatever. And this is what built America. This is a truck. You know when people get into a car and they tell you it runs rough, it rides like a truck? Well, this is it. Man, you know, you got to get used to no power steering and no power brakes. No problems making U-turns with this vehicle. That's great. And you can tell, you know, that it's all metal. And you know, a lot of all the vehicles nowadays, they have crash frames, crash bodies. In other words, when you have an impact or an accident, it has a crumple zone. This vehicle has no crumple zone whatsoever. Apparently, you are the crumple zone. So you gotta be safe. I mean, you gotta drive safe with this if you wanna be careful. You don't wanna get injured or anything. So this is fun, eh? We take a little tour to the other road, which the prison is. In other words, I'm going to go around the block because this vehicle is not registered yet. So I'm just going to be careful. I'm just going to go around the block. I'm going to take a tour over to the prison. Maybe we could see some inmates waving at us. They're going to say, there's the guy with the muscle cars. But no, he's got a truck. A 64 Dodge. Now, was Dodge popular in those days? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. In the mid-60s, I don't know what sold what, but it doesn't matter. All I can tell you is, this is one of the vehicles that they had then. Listen, you could hear all the road noise. You can hear the tire noise on this truck. These trucks have no insulation whatsoever. No padding, no nothing. Like I said earlier, features? Nah, none whatsoever. So it's what you call drive at your own risk. Okay, let's head back to the shop. Yeah, it's got good power, 8 for a 6-cylinder. Like I said earlier, my client brought it in for me to fix the horn, the flashers, and that's about it. So besides that, it's all good. So here we are, we're at our shop. So let me just bring it into the shop, and of course we're going to work on it tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed the ride. And thanks for tagging along. So now all we have to do is put it into neutral. Pull the handbrake, and there you have it in park, and then turn off the key, and there you go. Home sweet home.
Back at the shop, one of Nick's favorite jobs is waiting for him. It's time to open the mail.
Here we are, another week at my shop. And I've done a few jobs this week, but you know what? I want to go through mail time because I got a few packages to open up. So let's get going. Let's open up our first package and see what we've got and from who. Our first package is from Mary and Harry, which they live in town, and they brought me a flag. And Harry's our transporter for vehicles here in our shop. And he wanted to bring me a flag, which no one has brought me yet. And we got the European Union flag. And here it is. So I want to give a special thanks to Harry and Mary. If you guys want to send a motor or car to my shop, just look up Harry on our About page on our YouTube channel, and all the info is there. And everybody in Europe, thanks for watching. Okay, and this one here is it's from Toronto, Ontario. It's got no name. So let's open it up and see what we've got. And here we go. We got a big letter here. Dear Nick, this is from Ante in Toronto, green, so 70 satellite bought in Montreal. I'm sending you the flag of Palestine from my wife's heritage. I sent you my heritage flag, Croatia, back in January, but I missed my wife's flag. I haven't been able to live it down. She's a wonderful person and makes all my dreams come true. I'd be honored if you would hang it in your shop for my wife, Caroline. I see you even guys put your name on it, which I do on every flag, so that's my pleasure, saves the time. Green on the bottom, there it is, the flag of Palestine. Another flag to my shop. So Ante and Caroline, I see you guys have sent me a self-addressed envelope for putting stickers in to send to you guys. So I'll put a few stickers in, I'll send them to you. And at the same time, I'm gonna find the flag from Croatia and I'll put the flag from Palestine together for both of you guys. There you go. And here we've got a letter that came in from Sweden. There's no name on it, no return address, nothing. I've never been to Sweden. I heard it's a beautiful country. I remember when we did that video on the old 1970 164 Volvo, all of Sweden was watching my show here in Nick's Garage. So I want to give a special thanks to all you guys in Sweden for trying to give me all the answers, the positive answers to get that Volvo running, which we had here for a year ago. And thank you for your help. We got it done and the car is delivered and now the customer can drive it as a daily driver for the summertime. And this one here is from Roger in Malmo, South Sweden. Okay, I see what you got. It's an early 1983 when I was 28 years old. I bought a fantastic Chevrolet SS 454, 1970. Beautiful. This is in Sweden. Hey, look at that. A Chevy in Sweden. Here's the big block Chevy he was working on. Look at that. Sweden. There's a little car there with a Swedish flag in the back. There you have it. Big block Chevy in Sweden in a 1970 Chevelle. Anyways, Rogers, thank you very much. I'm going to post some somewhere in my shop. Very, very nice. Very touchy how many people like to send me information on the cars that they grew up with or their dream of. There's a lot of guys out there that start fixing their cars ever since we started our YouTube channel from any part of the world, which I enjoy. Like here's an example. People are sending me pictures of the cars, their dreams, or they had them parked, or they're retired, they have nothing to do. They have their cars sitting around doing nothing for a long time. And all of a sudden they watch me, you work on cars. I'm not exactly young anymore, I'm pretty old, and I don't know what you call old anyways, but at any age, you know what, if you got the energy, work on your dream, work on your car, and don't give up, get it running, and take it for a ride. There you go. Okay, here we got a small package from the US, and this is from Massachusetts, MA, I believe it's Massachusetts. They say the good things come in small packages. Let's see what we got. Oh wow, check this out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And this is from Glenn Madison. I enjoy nothing more than watching your episodes from YouTube on the 55-inch TV with a surround sound up with his grandson. Lately, with the COVID-19, I've noticed you have your mask. My mother has been making masks by the USA CDC guidelines, and I figured you and Vasily could use more stylish masks. Thank you for all you do and keep the passion alive. Okay, so one is mine and one is Vasily's. So let's take a look. So when we have a lot of people coming into the shop, we gotta wear a mask. And this is what we've got. Wow, check this out. Look at that. Mechanic's mask. There we go. 2 boxes in all, eh? Glenn, thank you very much, Glenn. I'm gonna give that one to Vasily next week when he's back at the shop. So let's hope this goes over. So you guys wear your mask, stay safe, keep your distance, no handshaking, and let's keep it up. Thank you. Okay, here's one. And this one's from Amazon, and when it comes from Amazon, they never have a return name. So let's open it up and see, maybe it's got a little tag with a name in it. This is from Greg from maybe a Carlo next year. Okay, this is from Greg. Enjoy your vids. I'm a GM guy, but like all your old school muscle. Born in 1957. Pennsylvania state flag for you. Stay safe. And maybe at Carlisle next year we'll meet. From Greg. Greg, thank you, from Pennsylvania. And there you go. The state flag of Pennsylvania. Greg, I'm sorry I couldn't meet you in Carlisle because the borders were closed and I wanted to meet everybody there. But hopefully next year. So hopefully next year we can meet each other in Pennsylvania, Carlisle. Thank you very much. All right, here's one. What do we got in here? And this is from, can't tell. Let's find out. And what do we got? Every box comes with a letter. Okay, hey Nick, I love watching your videos on YouTube and Friday night live streams. I am sending you some coffee from the hometown of Beaumont, Texas. Whoa. Sincerely, Parrish, Beaumont, Texas. Look at that. Oh, I've never seen this one before. Dark roast, Seaport coffee, pure coffee. Check it out. Looks like we're gonna make some of this tomorrow morning in the shop when everybody's here. Paris, thank you very much. Homemade coffee from Texas. Oh, that's pretty heavy. Okay, let's get it open, see what we got. And I've noticed lately the packages are getting bigger. Hello, Nick. Thank you for keeping your show rolling. Every episode is great. Here is some more North Carolina barbecue sauce for your summer cookouts. Thanks, Rick. So let's see what you got for us here, Rick. And if I remember correctly, last year Rick sent us 6 jars of barbecue sauce from, I believe, from North Carolina. He's giving us a fresh supply of barbecue sauce again. Here, let's take a look. This is spicy barbecue and dipping sauce. There you go. And I'm sure he's got a whole bunch of them in there, all different kinds. You know, I do a barbecue every weekend, so I'm going to take half of these home so my family could have them and enjoy them with friends of mine when we have some visitors. And the other half will stay here in the shop because sometimes when we have lunch here, we spread it on our lunch. So it's a good thing to have it. And Rick, thank you very much. We're going to use it all up. Thank you. Wow, this is pretty heavy. First time I see that one. Fragile. Wow. So this one went through, we had to pay duties on it when it came in and had to clear customs. So this pack was just opened during the, when it came into Canada. And I believe it's from Qatar. Okay, this must be from Abdul. All right, it must be Abdul. I remember him telling me he's gonna send a flag from Qatar. All right, let's start with this. Oh, look at this. Okay, we got an envelope, we got a letter. And what do we got here? Oh, wow. Oh, look at these little pins. Oh, I have this Qatar here, man. Check this out. Oh, you sent me more than what I expected. All I asked was a flag. Okay, we got a letter here. Let's open the letter. Oh, look at this. Very nice. I'm sending you in this package the Qatari flag and hope that is the same size as the ones you have in the garage, and 2 simple gifts. One of them is the traditional old boat and the other one is the famous old castle in desert. Oh, wow. It's got 2 models here. I hope you like them, and once again, I'm very happy of knowing you, and I wish you all luck and God bless you. Sincerely, Abdul from Qatar. Wow, this is something. All right, Abdul is someone I just met on comments and now lately with emails. He's got a few cards collection. Spoke to him a couple of times on the phone, and he's building a couple of cards. I'm trying to help him out with the American muscle cars that he's collecting in Qatar. He seems like he's on our channel. He's watching us on YouTube. He wants to come and visit us. He wants to see the history we've done here with muscle cars all my life. So I told him you're welcome to come anytime you wish. So now I asked him to send me just a flag of Qatar, and this is what he sent me. He sent me a beautiful letter, all these little souvenirs, and the flag right here. He asked me if it's the same size as the other flags. Most of my flags are 3x5. So let's see what he sent me here. There it is, the flag of Qatar. Nope, I don't have this one in the shop. Here we go. Wow, this is a beautiful flag. And I sure don't have this one in my shop. You know, ever since I started my YouTube channel, which is almost 4 years now, I've never realized I'm going to meet people from all over the world. And now I met people from Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and now I'm starting to meet people from the Middle East. Abdul, if you're watching, I want to say a very special thank you, but wait, there's more. There's 2 more packages to open in the same box. Here we go. Oh, here we go. You said a castle, right? Or a boat? Oh, wow. Wow, it weighs quite a bit, let me tell you. Wow, this is handmade probably. There's that flag, Qatar flag again. Wow, this is a castle. Check that out. I've never seen anything like it. Look at that. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to Google it, see the history of this castle. Very, very special. Okay, now we have 1 more box within the box. Okay, here we go. Let's open up this one. Wow, everything's wrapped up, eh? I hope nothing broke, because everything was opened up at customs, I believe. There we go. Oh, wow. Check this out, another one. Look at this. My first gift from the Middle East. There you have it, you guys. Abdul, you're very generous. Thank you very much. I have the best viewers on my channel, let me tell you. You know, I've got a few gifts. I got a lot of nice gifts in the past 4 years from a lot of viewers. I want to say a special thank to every one of them. I'm talking about everyone from day one when I received gifts from all over the world, from my car, from my shop. So I want to say a special thank you to all of you guys, all my viewers, and thank you. And I'll say it again. You guys go out of your way for me, for my shop, and for my staff. And again, thank you very much. And thanks for watching, and press that like button and share and subscribe. And we love you all. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.